Eva Price.
Jim Glad.
I'm so excited to have you here. Cheers.
Cheers. Eyes.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start right away.
It's perfect.
Is it good?
Yep.
Great. Tell us about the very first time you thought, theater is for me.
I mean, I think the first time I thought it was when I was probably 8 years old.
Really? You had the bug from very young.
Yeah. I went and saw a amateur production of South Pacific at the New London Barn Playhouse in an actual barn in New London, New Hampshire. How did I know it was an actual barn? Because it smelled like an actual barn, my friend. And they rang a cowbell when it was time to take your seats.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
What were you inspired by when you saw it?
Everything. The performances, the music, the orchestra, the sets, the energy, the feeling I had watching people tell a story on stage, singing and dancing and emoting to one of the greatest scores of all time.
Oh.
And I was bit. I was bit. And from that moment forward, I dreamed that it would be in my life in a major way. Never thinking I could actually produce them.
But so did you end up doing high school theater and all that? Okay, tell me your favorite role in a high school theater production. I'm dying to know. What was it?
Well, Jim, this is going to come as a shock.
Okay, here we go.
But when it comes to being Jewish mothers, I was very typecasted.
Okay. So what was the role?
So there was a production of Bye Bye Birdie.
Yes!
Where
oh my
I
God.
played the mother.
Yeah, God! I was Ed Sullivan. What did you bring to that character?
I mean, very Jewish. With a nod towards like a lesbian ancestry.
Wait, do you do that song, Kids? Was that done as a duet at the time? You know, Kids, what the devil is wrong with these kids?
Kids do day.
Yeah. Was that done as a duet in your production?
Oh my God, you think I remember this?
It wasn't mine.
I don't
I was
think
very,
so.
I was very upset because I wanted that role.
No, I'm going to tell you what was so like, what's the term? Boot, maybe? like low rent about this production.
Okay.
That's what I mean by boot.
Okay, good. I was like, you're not working on Cats.
I think that's a British term.
Okay.
It was so low rent. We didn't have enough men.
Okay.
So Albert became Alberta.
Oh.
No Rosie.
Oh. That.
I know. It made no sense. If the rights holders knew what was happening, I'm sure the rights would have been pulled in 2 seconds.
Wait, now I'm thinking a one-person Bye Bye Birdie.
there were several more actors and characters.
Oh.
But the mother-daughter relationship rather than Alberta was, the thing that was very memorable to me.
So what did your parents think of this?
Broadway. Where's her Tony? And how quickly?
And they didn't realize that later you would actually get that Tony. When was the last time you really truly felt proud of yourself?
Oh boy.
Like a moment where you felt like,
that's
wow.
so hard to answer.
Is.
Do people have answers to this question?
You do.
Okay. It just so happens that rehearsals for Titanique have just begun.
Yes.
And there is something very special about a first day.
Mm-hmm. First day of school.
First day of school. You pick out your outfit, you shine off your trapper keeper, you make sure to pack a good lunch, and you show up as your best self to people that you love and love you.
Yeah.
And you're all building something and making something for the first time together. And I walked into that rehearsal room, and our brilliant director, Ty Blue, who's also a co-creator and is one of the most magical directors I've ever worked with, decided, because of who he is. Titanique's about inclusivity. It's about community.
Yeah.
You don't know it. It's about a place for everyone, for dreams to happen and never let go. And it's the funniest freaking thing you've ever seen.
Oh my God, I am obsessed about this Titanic
Yeah,
journey. We will talk about that.
We'll get there.
Okay,
so joy manifested is like what we like to say.
Yeah.
So what Ty did.
Joy manifested.
Yeah.
Wait, your first show was called Joy.
You're right.
Okay,
We need to call the
manifesto police. I don't know. Manifesting.
I was going to say the like a fortune teller.
Yeah.
And see what
I know.
next is.
It's all meant to be.
So what Ty did is he decorated the rehearsal room with every face of every production of Titanique.
Oh.
From readings and concerts to the Brazilian production, to the Australian, the Paris, the Montreal, the Toronto, the Chicago. Yeah.
I didn't even know you had that many productions.
Yeah,
That's a lot of faces.
It's a lot of faces. Because he wanted everyone in the room and everyone that's touched it in some way to feel a part of the day.
Wow.
And I looked around and I thought, this is something I found in 2018 at a concert in Los Angeles, where I showed up to be a friend to the production and not as anything more.
Yeah.
And I looked at our first day with Broadway rehearsals and I looked at all the lives it had touched and I felt proud.
That is such an incredible moment to look around and see, especially if, for those who don't know, that first day of rehearsal is usually like the meet and greet moment, right? People stand around in a circle and it's really the only time you get to say your name and what you do on the production, and then it's off to the races. Talk to me about what is that moment and why is that so special?
It's special for every show, without fail. That moment, to your point, is the first day of school.
Yeah.
But it's also to make sure that everyone in the room knows that they matter, that theater is a team sport, and that you're nothing without that person next to you. And you could be the producer, and that person next to you could be the assistant stage manager, and I'm nothing without her. And she's nothing without me. And next to her could be the carpenter, the props assistant, the, lighting vendor, the investor, the company manager, the director, like that every human touches this show. And when you do it right, the show touches everyone. And that's what that first day is about. And that's why they're so special.
Oh. And especially with the journey Titanique has had at this point, which we will get into.
Yeah.
What does a producer actually do that people would be surprised to learn?
I mean...
we're laughing because...
Because it's literally everything. I mean, I think the other day I literally corrected a grammar on a poster that was sent to me. I literally said, I think this phrase is missing the word of.
Yeah.
So I don't know that people assume we do that.
No.
But we do.
Yeah. It's, I think a lot of people think of the word producer and they really don't know what the job is.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that might be watching just really don't know what the job is. Like, if you were to tell someone from another planet, like they came down, they're like, "What does a producer do? What does a producer do?"
Oh God, I would actually ask that Martian if I could go back with them. That would actually be my first question answered. If they said, "What do you need?" I'd say, "I'd like to come with you to Mars."
Yeah.
The second, when they ask, "What does a producer do?" I think, I describe it a little bit as a CEO of a company. Every Broadway show is a startup, starting from scratch, and we're the chief executive officer of that startup. We hire everyone, we oversee the deals, we raise the financing, we decide the strategy, we hire the marketing and advertising team, we decide on the narrative of how we're going to message it to the world. We come up with how to price the tickets, where to price the tickets, what theater to go into, what we want the awards strategy and campaign to look like. We think a lot about that. What do we want the show to be in 1 year and in 5 years? And culture. I think we as producers want to set a culture for everyone on stage, everyone off stage, and for the audiences.
Especially when you're building a show that lasts, like you have done with and Juliet, which is now 3 years.
That was amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you build that culture there? Like, how do you build a culture for a show that you know will last?
Yeah, well, you never know a show's gonna last. Actually, I begin every day with, when will the anvil from the sky drop on me, like in Roadrunner? Just waiting. So
that's
when
what it means to be a producer, kids.
when it doesn't fall, I keep walking down the street.
Yeah.
But you never know. It's going to be 3 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1 year. It's going to be 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, you build a culture by being honest and being fair and being forthright, and creating positivity. You know, on a show like Anne Juliet, you know, and certainly on a show like Titanique, like, how do you not lead with joy?
Yeah.
The show is pure joy. It's literally, again, joy manifested, right? You know, the audience comes because they want joy. The songs Max Martin wrote fill you with joy. They're about love. Love is joy. Like, it just is what it is. And so myself and our producing team and our GM team and our creative team, our director, have always led with joy, because I think if you led Anne Juliet crankily,
It wouldn't really.
I don't know that the show would work.
It doesn't really work.
But when you lead with love, and, you know, it's hard not to sort of extend that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how you do it.
I will never forget when you invited me to go with you to the first preview of Anne Juliet, and it still remains in my memory as a core highlight of going to the theater. It's just pure joy. It's the most fun I've had.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's one of the things that I love about you and the way that you've produced. You really have run the gamut of a variety of different serious plays to really fun musicals.
Yeah.
Like, you have such a wide range of work behind you. So I want to play a little game called Would You Produce It? This is, I'm going to pitch you a musical or play idea, and you're going to tell me if you would produce it.
Do I owe you royalties if I do it? Can we just discuss that right now?
Wait, is this on camera? Actually, some of these I was like, these are full Eva coded. So let's go. Okay, this one is called Enya. It's a musical featuring the music of Enya, about Enya living with her cats in a castle. Would you produce it?
No.
Okay, next one. Blockbuster the Musical. It's a musical about the rise and fall of Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, I produced it.
Okay.
There's a rom-com in there.
Okay. O versus H, a play about the Supreme Court ruling of the fundamental right to marry guaranteed to same-sex couples.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Have I not produced that yet?
Bob Ross the Musical.
Oh my God, yes. I don't even need the log line.
Okay, this one's called Bridges, a play about Emily Warren Roebling, the woman engineer who built the Brooklyn Bridge. No. Lesbian Broadway, the Cheryl Crawford story, a play about the first openly gay woman producer.
Oh my God. I would so not produce this, only because I like to take left turns.
Yes.
Is why I wouldn't.
Last one is Mario Kart the Musical. No. What is the craziest pitch you've gotten on a show that you can tell me? Like an idea that came to you that you were like, that is actually crazy.
Bonkers. I got a letter in the mail many years ago, and I can't even remember all the details of it, but it was essentially someone who fancied himself a screenwriter.
Okay.
First and foremost, but wanted to take a stab at musicals, and basically wrote a letter about how he was going to combine and take the best of, and then he literally listed like 100 musicals. And basically at the end was like, and you have 2 weeks to get back to me or I'm taking it elsewhere because this is $1 million idea. I think those were his words. I hope he's not listening.
I know, but it is funny. It's hard to do the musical of musicals, right? It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So they all have their different things, right?
Yeah.
What is your relationship to risk?
Oh my God. Jim. What do I do every day? Are you asking me or my ulcer?
She's like, risk is my middle name.
I mean, unfortunately, and fortunately, we have a very good relationship. And on several occasions, she fails me. But it doesn't mean I don't take her to the dinner.
Yeah, and you come back to her. I love it. I love that she's a risk as a woman.
Yeah.
How do you handle the pressure when millions of dollars are on the line? Like, that must be when the buck stops with you as
Yeah.
the CEO, right?
Yeah.
How do you?
No, it's panic inducing.
Yeah.
I take it so seriously.
Yeah.
It always stops me from sleeping at night and guides every decision. And all I can do is do my best and work every hour of every day to see that financial outcome through.
Yeah.
You know, I just take that obligation incredibly seriously.
How did you get that understanding of the finances, the budget, the like money side of this? Because I still don't understand it.
Yeah.
But was that something that was like, did you just learn or was it developed? Like, how do you know that stuff?
Yeah, I think you learn by practice, right? I mean, there's two ways to learn. There's the practical way of doing it, making mistakes, failing, learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And then there's kind of the learning by observation. You partner with people, you get mentored by people, you sit in the back seat and sort of emulate what you see other people do. So that's kind of how I did it, through a combination of both those things and making so many mistakes, so many errors in judgment.
I mean, it's so easy to in this business, right? Like, it's so high stakes. People, I don't think they understand how hard it is in this business, right?
It's only gotten harder.
It has.
Yeah.
What is going on? It's like, why is Broadway so expensive right now? What do you think it is? I mean, we've talked about this over a cocktail, but it's like, it's everything, isn't it?
Yeah. It's also just I think the other kind of big change from many years ago is the proliferation of so much other entertainment content. You're now constantly entertained and inspired and distracted by entertainment that sits as big as this.
Yeah.
Your streamers at home, your movie theaters, your podcasts.
Yeah.
There's 100 million different ways to find escape and entertainment in this day and age. And 10, 20, 30 years ago, it was the live theater, maybe movies, and your TV at home at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, right? Like you couldn't, your time was dedicated of when you watch television. And now we are at a constant barrage of so much stimulation that it's hard to get people to focus, not only on putting everything down, coming into a city, parking the car, paying money for tickets, sitting down with community, like that aside, that's very hard to get people to do. But to focus on buying a ticket and responding to an advertisement and logging into a ticketing portal to purchase with your credit, like nothing is easy. Yeah.
And then I feel like you've always been really good about seeing what's next. Where do you see Broadway in like 5 years from now? Like, do you have any thought of like where?
I can't believe you think I'm good at seeing what's next.
I think you're really good at this.
Oh,
you really look at your work. Like, you've created things that are essentially like incredible pieces of work. You've won all of these awards. They're always like you do it and then like someone will do it later in another place, right? Like, you're always ahead of it. So, and Juliet is honestly one of the, like, it's here and it's big. And Titanique, like, you basically recreated the like camp off Broadway community, right? So where do you think we're going in the next 5 years?
It's a really good question. Maybe you're correct that I've appeared to seem to know what's next. But the truth is, I have instead just stayed really optimistic and followed my gut and followed my heart. Yeah. And the truth is, I don't actually know the answer to your question, other than I hope and I believe that as we continue to live in this disparate entertainment cauldron and we get barraged with all of these stimuli that we
Yeah.
just were talking about, theater is actually going to survive even more.
Yeah.
It's going to be more vital.
Yes.
It's going to be the place that people are going to yearn to go to,
Yep.
to connect, to unlatch,
Yeah.
to put their phones down.
Which you did at Liberation. Wait, okay, so I loved Liberation. I thank you for bringing that to the stage.
Thank Bess Wall and Whitney White.
Oh, geniuses,
Yep.
icons, actual icons.
Yep,
But you did that. You actually made people put their phones
we
away.
did.
You did
did.
the like little baggie. And,
Yep, and we had people loving it
Yeah.
and thanking us for it and saying they had a more connected experience at the show. They actually had conversation with the people they came with.
Yeah.
They spent time in the lobby during intermission,
Yeah.
meeting and talking. And then we had hate mail.
What was the hate mail?
I can't believe I had to give up my phone. I can't believe I couldn't take my phone in. Not actual hate mail. But,
the complaints.
but a couple friends saying, I can't believe I had to do that. But honestly, way more people thanking us
Yeah.
than being mad at us.
The community aspect of it was really, really useful.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so
And
great.
everyone got it, right? Like they
Yeah.
understood why they were asked to do it.
Do you think Broadway is more about talent or relationships?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50. You think it has to be both?
Yep.
Yeah. You can't be extremely talented without having some good relationships,
Yeah.
right? Do you have to lead differently as a woman in this business?
Jimbo. Is this when I
Get
sip
that
the tea?
Get
Sip
that
the
tea.
Sip the tea.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So the next question
Let's just say it's hard.
is hard.
Don't you know women, when they raise their voice, it means they're hysterical.
Yeah, like have
But
you,
a man raising his voice is powerful.
have you had any sort of microaggressions around this?
Of course.
Like, is it it still happens?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do better. Who were the women in your life that showed you that it is possible to lead?
Oh, God. So many.
Really?
Yeah. You mean as a producer or as a leader?
Just like you as a leader, right?
I had a boss at an internship that I had in college where I worked in the news business.
Oh, ABC, right?
I did work at ABC. Yeah, this was even a couple years before that. This was at CNN. It was an internship.
Okay.
And God, I can't remember her name.
We'll find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Kathleen,
Okay.
I think. And she had a very stressful job. She was the producer of a pretty big anchor. She was in charge of putting together that anchor's newscast and TV show. And she was funny and easy to talk to. And she availed herself to even the interns. And I found that very impressive at a really early age, that you don't actually have to lead with armor and walls and fake insecurity.
Yeah.
But you can actually lead with vulnerability and this is who I am and it's okay to laugh. I think it took like a few minutes. I probably swung the pendulum a little too far and then swung it back too far.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this point, it's like, just be you.
Yeah.
And if you can be you, you can lead as you and people will follow as you.
Well said. Well, that was, I was going to ask you, what advice would you give to young women who want to produce? What would you say to them?
I'd say follow your gut.
Okay.
And trust yourself, believe in yourself. And even when you're knocked off that pedestal by whatever the challenge might be, you are enough. Or as they like to say in the Barbie movie, you are Kenuff.
When is that coming to Broadway? Are you doing that?
It's a great movie.
What does power mean to you now versus 15 years ago?
I think power now looks like nothing. It's actually unspoken. It's silent. It's just there. And being aware of it is actually very powerful rather than acting upon it or voicing it or needing to cling to it. I think 15 years ago, power absolutely had like an awareness and a texture and a presence in my life. And if I wasn't feeling it, I felt insecure. And if I was feeling it, I felt insecure. And I was aware of it and worried about it. Dynamics and who I was in a power dynamic, whether I was one with it or one without it.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty invisible. I don't actually think about it. I'm not interested in it.
Yeah. It's funny because like, I think that does come with age, right?
Yeah.
It just comes with,
Yeah.
and as you said, you just get comfortable with it, right?
Yeah.
You just keep trusting it and you go.
Yeah. I mean, there are many, many, many times where I am not in the power dynamic in a conversation or in a deal or in a negotiation or in a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't know. You've always been a bad-ass bitch with me, though. I'm always like, yes, queen. So, Titanique.
Which show?
I've
What
heard
are you
of
talking
it.
about?
I've heard of it. It's truly an enormous feat to bring this from off-Broadway to all of these places that it has toured, as you said, and open. It's still running on the West End and now at the St. James Theatre.
I'm sorry, Jim. Saint-Germain.
Get out of here.
I actually took Spanish in high school, but I think that's the French pronunciation, I think.
Oh my God. Okay, so you were saying that you found this in like an LA nightclub. And then how did you do it? Did you like go up to them and say, I'm taking your show to Broadway, kid? Like, how did this work?
No. I was actually there as a guest of one of the creators,
Okay.
who is also one of the stars, who's still in it today, Constantine Razzouli.
Yes.
And Connie had been in a production of mine of Cruel Intentions, the 90s
Yes.
musical. Do you remember that?
Loved it.
And it was during that run that he'd been working on and writing Titanique.
Yeah.
And he asked me to come and see the reading that they were doing in Los Angeles because they wanted advice. And he even joked, or we want you to produce it. And I looked him in the eye and I said, Connie, I'm not going to produce this show. But I said, let me come and give you advice and tell you what to do. Happy to help. Can't wait to see it. Titanic, love that movie. Celine music, I'm
Done.
in. So I flew out to LA, I went to the reading, and I lost my mind.
That's how it works.
And I told him that not only do I have advice for you, but my advice is I should produce this and we should do this series of things, which for the most part all happened.
That is such it's truly like a Broadway dream story, right? Where you're like, oh, and now here we are on Broadway.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, and I know it's like crazy because it has been on off Broadway and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
What is Titanique about? What is this?
What
for
is
those who
this?
don't know.
Listen, I tailor the response to who I'm talking to. So you're going to get the Jim Glaub answer.
Yes.
Girlfriend,
Here we go.
it is a Celine Dion fever dream. It is all the things you want when you go to the theater.
Yeah.
It is high camp, high chaos, all the songs you know and love, with a retelling of the Titanic movie story, Jack and Rose,
Yeah.
right? That story.
Oh.
But all told through the lens of Celine Dion, who thinks she was actually on the ship with them in that movie. Which, of course, she was not.
And Celine, I heard she's seen this and loves this,
Celine
right?
herself has not seen it.
Wait.
Celine's sister has seen it. Celine's managers have seen it. Celine's songwriters have seen it. Celine's producers have seen it.
You have to ask her to come see
Oh, that's such a good idea. I can't believe we didn't think of that.
it. Get out of here.
I'm totally
No, ask
texting
her right now.
I'm totally texting her.
Ask her right now.
Celine, will you please come and see Titanique? I promise you will love it. And so will your TikTok account.
Oh my God. Wait, that is, I mean, this will happen.
This will happen.
This will happen.
This will happen.
That's going to be the moment. Oh my God. obsessed. What is the, hold on. What is the biggest, for this show, what's the biggest change from off-Broadway to Broadway?
Wow.
Like, what are people, if you've seen it.
So, Jim, it's like night and day.
Okay.
Like in terms of, this is the thing about Titanique or Titanique, depending who you're talking to. Both work. Every time we made it bigger, we made it better. And we literally did not know that. So when we started at the basement of the Gristedes in 2022, which was the Asylum Theater, off Broadway, 150 seats, everyone thought like, oh, can this even move to a bigger space? It's so perfect here.
Yeah.
Then we moved it to the Darrell Roth Theater, 270 seats, Union Square.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's better, it's funnier, it's brighter, it works more. I can't believe it. Then we moved it to the, a couple productions in between. We went to a bigger theater in Sydney, Australia. That was the next production. We went to a bigger theater in Montreal and Toronto. That was the next production. But truly, the biggest theater we'd ever been to at that point, next, was the West End, 600 seats, the Criterion Theater in Piccadilly Circus. Beautiful. And literally glowed it up in a bigger and brighter and better way. And it was the best version of the show, hands down, for anyone who had seen it. So what's my answer to how it will it be different and why? It is going to feel like the big Broadway musical that you know it can be, with its big bursting heart, those face-melting vocals, and literal star performances from 10 out of 10, comedian, actor, singer, dancers. So that's going to be like a big shift. The design is going to blow your head off.
Oh, you're going for it.
We had a full new design, scenic design, within our brilliant world of a Celine Dion concert and a Celine Dion fever dream.
Yeah.
But like very much like living in that pop concert world.
Oh.
Yeah. On a whole, while also being a ship. And then everything else just has a zhuzh and a glow. The costumes have that. The choreography is going to have that. The sound's going to have that. The lighting has that. Because there's just there's like a bigger palette to paint on.
Yeah.
And a few more tools to use in your painting. And we've learned so much. But what I love about everything that this genius creative team has done in this glow up, this redesign, is they have stuck absolutely to their guns of a sort of North Star of scrappiness, lo-fi, hilarity first, the surprise around every corner, the shock value, the high camp.
Yeah.
That sort of lo-fi, hi-fi aesthetic that has always, been cherished and beloved by audiences. That will absolutely be the beating heart of this production. You'll just have a couple celebrities also singing those songs and doing those funny lines.
And also, I love that you had so much like pop culture references throughout. Like, there's so many like, are you adding that in now from that?
Oh yeah, and every production was self-referential. So when if you went to the show in London tonight, you'd see, a ton of references relating to pop culture, British pop culture. When you were in Australia, same thing. Paris, we absolutely related the pop culture references to the time and the place that we're in. And because there's moments of improv, right, that are very referential to that day and how those characters are feeling, those will also be really present. Okay,
let's fast forward. It's first preview. You're like, as you always are, you're like pacing in the back and you're like, what are you hoping audiences are saying as they're walking out that door?
Oh boy. I hope they're saying, I needed that. Thank God for that. It's everything I wanted it to be and more. I love that. I'm telling my friends about that. I'm coming back to that. And boy, they did a good job in this transfer. Yeah. It's even better. That's what I'm hoping to hear.
It's just me saying all those things behind you all the time. Okay, What's your favorite letter in LGBTQIA+?
Oh my God, the L, of course.
The L, yes.
The L word.
Quick question about this. We were just talking about this. Do you prefer being called a lesbian or a queer woman?
Sipping the tea.
We're already in that game. We all know it's easy. Speaking of Titanique, we all know it's easy to get gay men to the theater. Why does it seem like much harder to get gay women to buy tickets? Have you noticed that? And why do you think that is?
I have. There's a lot of softball to play. There's some Indigo girls to listen to. There's a lot of big boots that we need to buy. We just have other priorities, Jim.
We're hiking.
We're hiking in full LL Bean gear.
I love lesbians so much.
We are busy hiking. Hiking and diking.
And skiing. You love skiing.
I do love skiing.
Oh,
I don't do it enough, but I love it.
Okay, we're going to get into that. Okay, we're going to play a game called Sip or Spill.
Okay.
You're going to answer the question or sip your tea if you don't want to answer it. And we have 30 seconds, so these got to go quick, okay? Who would play you in the movie of your life?
Emma Stone.
I love this. If Broadway disappeared tomorrow, what would you do?
I would retire.
Why do lesbians love skiing?
Because of the cozy shoes.
Who is someone you'd never do a show without?
Oh, you, Jim.
Who intimidates you most on Broadway right now? Sip. I love it. What's a show you passed on that you now regret?
Oh.
She's like Phantom. What's more important to you, women's rights or gay rights?
Oh my God. I can't answer that. I'm sipping.
Give us your best Celine Dion impression.
Okay, but my best is everyone else's worst. I love you so much.
That's really good.
It's terrible. It's so
actually-
bad.
that's really-
It's like bad.
That's better than I would do. I'd be like, hello. I can't do it. Can you call a famous person in your phone?
I can.
Can you do it?
No.
Then sip.
I thought, am I able to? The answer is yes.
Okay, so I love brooches, as you know. I have this for you. This is here you go. This is for you.
So nice.
Now there's a story behind this. I actually wore this to the Tony Awards one year, and Rosie O'Donnell came up to me and was like, "What are you, the fucking sheriff round here?" And I was just like, okay. And I was so like, and then I just kind of walked away. I was like, why did she say that? But I actually was looking through and I was like, I'm going to find Eva the best brooch. And I saw this and I was like, Eva Price, like, you're the sheriff around these parts. Genuinely. So this is my gift to you.
Oh my God.
It's your new sheriff brooch.
This is so nice. First of all, this is a beautiful brooch. And what I love about it is it's like very textured and has several different both designs and levels. So it has like a 3D, which I think most of your brooches probably are.
I like a
3D and
little
4D.
interactive.
Yeah. But it also feels like it has, what are those called? That knights have?
Yes. Yeah.
Like the...
It's like a
shield.
shield. Yes.
Yeah,
and
coat of arms.
Yes, it's so a coat of arms.
It feels like a coat of
Yeah.
arms.
It like sung to me, and especially with the story of Rosie O'Donnell at the Tonys, I was like, she's our queen. She's our queen lesbian, right?
Of course.
So may you run this town as the sheriff you are. I'm so excited. And now, Steep Thoughts.
By Jack Handy. Enjoy every day. Do everything you can to make yourself happy and not just everyone else. And remember, it's only show business. We're not saving lives. We're not electing presidents. We're putting on a play. And though that means a lot, and is very important, sometimes it's just okay.
Bravo. Thank you, Eva Price.